the enigma of the avoidant, a word that dances on the tongue like a secret whispered in an empty room. It suggests mystery, complexity, a puzzle to be solved with neither haste nor impatience. Today, dear listener, we embark on a peculiar journey to uncover how to make an avoidant feel safe without losing yourself. It's an exploration into the labyrinthine corridors of human connection, filled with twists of vulnerability and turns of understanding, much like a well-worn path through an ancient forest where sunlight flickers through the canopy above. Picture, if you will, a ship at sea. A magnificent vessel, its sails billowing in the wind, cutting through the waves with a certain elegance. Yet within its sturdy hull lies a captain who charts a solitary course, wary of storms and sirens alike. This is our avoidant friend, a skipper of emotions, steering clear of turbulent waters, but not out of malice, oh no. It's a dance of self-preservation, a choreography learned over years, where open seas were fraught with peril and the harbor was a distant memory. To understand this, we must delve into the annals of attachment theory, which, like an old tome, offers insights into the human heart. Avoidant attachment, you see, often takes root in the rich soil of childhood. Picture a young child reaching out for comfort, only to find their cries met with silence or a distracted nod. Over time, they learn to wrap themselves in the armor of self-reliance, a fortress built brick by brick to shield against the sting of unmet needs. Yet within those walls lies a longing, a yearning for connection as profound as any odyssey. Now, before we embark on strategies and techniques, let us sit with the notion of empathy. Imagine, if you will, donning the cloak of the avoidant, feeling the weight of expectations and the fear of vulnerability. It's a cloak that shields yet suffocates, providing comfort while keeping the world at bay. To make an avoidant feel safe, one must first understand the delicate balance they navigate, much like a tightrope walker suspended high above, each step calculated, each move deliberate. And how, you might ask, does one approach such a soul without losing oneself in the process? It's akin to playing a delicate tune on a finely tuned piano, striking notes of patience, compassion, and understanding. Patience, my dear listener, is the cornerstone. For the avoidant, time is not an enemy but a trusted ally. Rushing in with demands for closeness is akin to a bull charging through a china shop, shattering the fragile trust that may have begun to form. Instead, we offer the gift of time, allowing the seeds of connection to take root at their own pace. Compassion, too, is a melody that must be played with sincerity. It's the art of seeing beyond the surface, recognizing the fears that lurk beneath the bravado. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast canyon, shouting words of reassurance into the void, knowing that echoes may take time to return. Compassion is the bridge across that canyon, a lifeline extended without expectation. Understanding, now there's a word that rolls off the tongue like a gentle caress. It's the act of seeing the world through another's eyes, stepping into their shoes, even if for a moment. For the avoidant, this means recognizing that their distance is not a rejection, but a form of self-preservation. It's the realization that their independence is not a wall, but a boundary, one that can be respected and honored. But let us not forget the most crucial element of this discourse, the preservation of self. How, you might ponder, does one maintain their own identity while navigating the complexities of an avoidant relationship? It's a dance, to be sure, a choreography of autonomy and connection. One must plant their feet firmly on the ground, much like a tree with deep roots, able to sway with the winds of change without toppling over. Boundaries, dear listener, are the lines drawn in the sand that define where one ends and the other begins. They are the guardrails on the winding road of connection, keeping us from veering too far into the realm of self-sacrifice. To set boundaries is not to erect a fortress, but to define the terms of engagement, ensuring that both parties can meet as equals, each with their own needs and desires. Let us return for a moment to our ship at sea. The captain, though wary, is not without hope. For within the heart of every avoidant lies a desire for connection as deep as the ocean itself. Our task is not to force open the gates, but to offer a gentle invitation, a beacon of light guiding them safely to shore. And so, as we weave through the tapestry of this tale, remember that making an avoidant feel safe is not a task to be completed, but a journey to be savored. It's an adventure filled with moments of uncertainty and discovery, where the greatest treasure lies not in the destination, but in the bonds forged along the way. In the end, dear listener, we are all ships seeking safe harbor, navigating the seas of human connection with both courage and caution. May we find comfort in the knowledge that, though the journey may be fraught with challenges, it is also rich with the promise of understanding and the hope of a deeper, more profound connection.
If you believe this video might help someone dear to you, share it with them. A small gesture on your part could mean the world to a friend in need.